Grahak Sathi, 23rd March 2024, Volume 4, Number 37. Know your liability in case of financial fraud. Keep yourself safe. Protections to consumers by RBI against unauthorized banking transactions. Considering the increasing number of customer grievances relating to unauthorized financial transactions which result in losses to consumers, the Reserve Bank of India (RBI) has provided the criteria for determining and limiting customers' liabilities in unauthorized electronic banking transactions. The risk and losses from unauthorized transactions can be due to bank negligence, customer negligence, or any other deficiencies in the system. The RBI policy covers various aspects of customer protection, including creating customer awareness about the risk and responsibilities and customer liability. An earlier issue of Grahak Sathi, 2nd March 2024, brought you information about some common cybercrimes such as sextortion, phishing calls, online selling fraud, customer care fraud, job fraud, call forwarding fraud, electricity power disconnected fraud, lottery fraud, etc., along with precautions that you can take to protect yourself. In this issue, we bring you information of a customer's liability and the bank's liability under different circumstances. In case you have been a victim of a financial cybercrime, we thank Mr. B.M. Tank, SP, State Cybercrime Cell, CID Crime, Gujarat, for sharing this knowledge for consumer awareness and protection. Reporting of unauthorized transaction to bank. What you should know. Customers should mandatorily register for SMS alerts, register for email alert if available. Bank should mandatorily send transaction alerts to customers through SMS or email. Notify the bank about any unauthorized electronic banking transaction at the earliest. Any delay will increase your risk of loss. Bank will provide day and night access to customers through multiple channels via website, SMS, email, a dedicated toll-free helpline reporting to home branch, etc. Bank should provide a direct link for logging the complaints on their website homepage. Bank will take immediate steps to prevent further unauthorized transactions in the account. Bank will endeavour to complete the investigation within 10 working days of notification. Liability of a customer in case of unauthorized transaction. Given below are the liabilities of a customer as provided by RBI in case of unauthorized financial transactions. You should be aware that any delay in notifying the bank about an unauthorized transaction increases your liability and the risk of loss. Zero liability of a customer. A customer will have zero liability in following cases. The unauthorized transaction occurs due to fraud, negligence, deficiency on part of the bank, irrespective of whether or not the transaction is reported by the customer. In case of third party breach or system deficiency where the fault is neither of the bank nor the customer and the customer notifies the bank within 3 working days. Limited liability of a customer. A customer will be liable for loss in the following cases where the loss is due to negligence by the customer, such as where he was shared the payment credentials. The customer will bear the entire loss until he reports the unauthorized transaction to the bank. Any loss occurring after that shall be borne by the bank if the unauthorized transaction does not occur due to the bank's or the customer's fault, but due to something else in the system, and when the customer does not report such transaction for 4 to 7 working days, the maximum liability of the customer will be of the transaction value or the amount as given below, whichever is lower. The customer has zero liability if such transaction is reported within 3 days. Type of account, maximum liability rupees. Basic Savings Bank Deposit BSBD accounts 5000 rupees. All other SB account, prepaid payment instruments, gift card, current account, cash credit, overdraft account of individuals with annual average balance limit up to rupees 25 lakh, credit cards with limit up to rupees 5 lakh, 10,000 rupees. All other current cash credit, overdraft account, credit card with limit above rupees 5 lakh, 25,000 rupees. If the delay in reporting by the customer is beyond 7 working days, the customer liability shall be determined as per the bank board's approved policy. The customer could even be liable for the entire value of the transaction in such cases. Reversal timeline for zero limited liability for customer on being notified by the customer, the bank shall credit the amount of the unauthorized transaction to the customer's account within 10 working days from the notification. Burden of proof. The burden of proving customer liability in case of unauthorized electronic banking transactions shall lie on the bank. Complaint redressal by the bank. Bank should resolve the complaint, determine how much the customer is liable, and compensate the customer as per RBI provisions within 90 days. Where bank is unable to resolve the complaint or determine the customer liability, if any, within 90 days, the compensation as prescribed should be paid to the customer. In case of debit card bank account, the customer should not suffer any loss of interest. In case of credit card, the customer should not bear any additional interest burden. Tips to keep yourself safe from financial cyber frauds. The best way to protect yourself against financial cyber crimes is to stay alert and remain conscious. Do not share your payment credentials with anyone. Do not give information like PIN, OTP, CVV or QR code to anyone. Do not click on unfamiliar links by giving into temptation for offers of free loan, free internet, free gift, etc. Do not click on links or download attachments from unexpected or suspicious emails, messages or websites. Look for HTTPS in the address URL of the website on which you are making a transaction. Avoid responding to phone call or SMS for any card, SIM card, validity, KYC renewal, account on, off, activate, etc. Use a different password for each of your accounts. Keep your passwords secure and change them regularly. Create unique and complex passwords using letters, numbers and symbols. Avoid using names, date of birth, etc. Enable two-factor or multi-factor authentication for all accounts for additional security. Do not share personal information on social media or with strangers. Regularly review your bank and credit card statements for any unauthorized transactions and immediately report any discrepancies to the bank or financial institutions. Editorial team: Chairman CERC and Torch Praful Amin, Chairman CERS Walter Vieira, CEO and Executive Editors Uday Mawani. Associate Editors Anusha Iyer, Rashmi Goyal. Editorial Assistant Meena Bathwi. Address Consumer Education and Research Center 802 Grahak Suvidha Kendra Sakar 2 next to Ellis Bridge Police Station Ashram Road Ahmedabad 380006. Phone number 07935337262. Email address complaints@cercindia.org. Helpline number 1800-233-0222. ध्वनि मुद्रण शांता मेहता डिजिटल टॉकिंग बुक लाइब्रेरी अंजन मंडल वस्त्रापुर अहमदाबाद 380015. वॉइस ओवर बाय आनल दवे.